So today we're going to the Korean consulate to get my long-term visa.
We'll tell you what we needed for this document.
So the big news is
You ready? 가자.
2 hours later.
took a long time. We did it because of this smart lady.
Took us 2 hours and a half.
Yeah.
But that's not bad.
Mostly just waiting in line, and then having to fill out forms and wait in line again. But yeah, we did it.
We had all the documents ready and
Yeah.
we will get the
And
result.
we forgot photocopies of our passports.
Yeah, that's
But-
true.
But luckily,
They have a
copy machine, so
Copy
we were able to take a
machine.
photocopy of that. But they took all of our bank statements. They took a copy of your PhD certificate too.
diploma, my
Diploma.
PhD diploma.
Bank statement, took everything, double checked everything,
Yeah.
and then they submitted it. Hello everybody, going for our walk in LA. So the big news is yesterday I got my F5 visa approved. Luckily everything went well. We had to wait about 2 weeks for it to get approved. I've been kind of researching that visa for at least a year, all the requirements and stuff like that. So that's why I was kind of nervous about it. But it actually went pretty well. It's lucky that my wife, she was already contacting the immigration office a lot. So that's one big thing that I suggest is email your immigration office and ask them clarifying questions. At least for our immigration office, they're very, very helpful.
Yeah.
They would give us like big long explanations of what we need to do, what we need to skip. Probably we should have emailed them even like a year ago.
Yeah.
That's one thing. We probably should have emailed them a year ago just to check in on what's necessary. The only thing we had asked them before is how early we need to apply, and we were told that we have to apply within 3 months of entering Korea. So that was the only thing we had asked before. The reason I think we probably should have emailed them earlier is because I was already worried about all the requirements that we would need. For example, a lot of people mentioned that you needed your FBI fingerprints taken, talk about a health check, stuff like that, is why I was a little bit worried. I mean, it's easy to do, it's just like a lot of little details you have to plan, especially while we're getting ready to move. But emailing the immigration office told us that we didn't need a lot of that stuff. I think it depends on when you apply, it depends on the country that you're from, it depends on, it's very individual to every situation. That's one thing that I would mention, is that like if you're looking at different options, or you're kind of researching online like what's required, what's not required, you should know that it kind of depends on your personal situation, and a lot of times you'll see other people mention certain requirements that they need when in reality it's not really necessary. So yes, that's one thing I would recommend, even if you're not ready to do it for another year or two, especially if you're like me where I like to research every single detail and have everything prepared. I probably was over preparing just because I didn't know what would be the requirements. For sure, one thing that we did do early ahead was register our marriage in Korea. So we got married legally in the US, and one of the requirements to get the marriage visa is that you have to present your marriage certificate, and that takes some time to do. So we did do that last year, so that was something that we prepared early ahead. But in terms of the actual applying for the visa, I think it went pretty smoothly. Like, we only did it once. A lot of the time was mostly waiting in line for at the visa office because there's a lot of activity, especially now that COVID is getting better. I think there's a lot of people that are finally returning to Korea, finally renewing their passports to start traveling. It was kind of busy. So once we submitted it, you only have to wait like 2 weeks. And yeah, there's like a website where you can kind of check and like check out your status of it. For my visa, it was just pending for almost exactly 2 weeks. Yesterday, finally, the status changed to say accepted, and then you can download the visa document. One great thing about the process too was that they didn't have to take my passport. I think that's something new that they did that they just kind of changed recently. They don't take the passport, so now that they approved the visa, I think they registered my passport electronically with their system, so they know that I have a visa, and they do provide like a downloadable PDF that we print out and present. But overall, I mean, it's pretty exciting to think and plan out our new life that we're gonna live. How do you feel about it?
I'm so happy that he got his visa. It's official now.
Yeah.
Yay!
It's kind of finally hitting me now. Thank you for watching my video.
Please subscribe and make a comment if you have any questions.
Yeah, listen to her. Listen. All right.
Bye.
I heard a lot of foreigners complain that they don't have going here to get international driver's permit because I don't speak the language really.